Right, good morning everyone. How are you guys? I see Lucy already around. Good morning. And I see many others who are going to be joining. I know you'll be having a great time. Those who are in Uganda, good morning to you guys. So as usual, you know the drill. We won't be wasting my time. We pray and then get started with today's analysis. Yeah. So let's get started. Father, we say thank you for today. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you for your loving kindness. Thank you that we are back here yet for another session, Lord. We're saying thank you, thank you, thank you. And as we start today's session, Lord, we ask of your blessing. We ask of your knowledge and wisdom to understand clearly the market, inside the market structure, or that to be able to get perfect entries and exits and also make money today for the glory of your name. We give you praise, we give you all the honor. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Alright, so without you guys know the drill already, let's get in and start today's analysis. First get the link here. Okay, I don't see it. Just a minute. So as usual, we start with crush 500. Okay, so as usual, we start with crush 500. So let's get into it with crush 500. Now, yesterday we were looking at first when it broke. Oh no, yesterday was here, so this was yesterday here. So we were looking at failing to break that resistance, so we entered some sells. We had our stop loss there, so we sold, but I later broke even here because I was in the sale. I looked at it when it is keeping, playing games around there, failing to continue down, so I broke even, and then later it came and took me out, of course, on break even, and then broke that resistance, and now clearly you see what is happening. So remember, our analysis initially was priced to react to this OB, and then we enter buys. We saw that yesterday from here, but by the time we analyzed, it had already reached that level, so we could not enter from here the buys. We were looking for this pullback to come again around there so that we can get a better entry, but unfortunately we couldn't. So it broke structure there, as you can see, broke structure, broke the resistance, and then retested, failed to continue with buys here, and then reacted to that OB, and then dropped back inside this very range. We had these as our range. So now I can go to H4. Let's go to H4. We need buys, but still with little momentum. Yeah, there's little momentum there, so I may not trade this asset right here. Okay, this is okay, this is okay. I may not trade this asset right here for now because it is not yet clear enough for us to fully trade it. So what am I going to do? I'm going to leave this asset until it gives me a clear entry. Remember, we have this level. I think this is a daily. We have this level for pullback according to what we analyzed. I think according to daily time frame. Yeah, it's according to Fibonacci, so that's the reason why we have it. So price to reach there and then pull back. So apparently it is looking at buys according to the current H4, even the previous H4 candles, but it's been failing to break that level. So there's been a lot of rejection. So if this H4 closes above, giving us a break of structure on that previous H4, on that previous week there that you're seeing, then we are going to be considering continuation of buys. But right now I cannot enter it. Looking at M15, it's been failing to break that level. So if price breaks this level, this H4 closes above this high here, that will be a break of structure according to M15. So I will probably consider now selling it after that, but I mean buying it after that. But right now there's no business with this asset as I speak. All right, boom, 1,000. Boom, 1,000. We made money yesterday, a lot of it actually. Congrats to anyone who was in, who was able to make the money yesterday. I saw that I've removed the TP levels. Those who remember, we had a TP level. We were selling it. We were selling it all the way to come to this level. So it first took us out here. This is where it first took us out. Then it reacted all the way back. It couldn't hit our third TP, but it managed to hit the 1-to-2 risk to reward ratio yesterday. And now clearly I saw afterward it was playing within that, and I knew that it was going to continue selling after the breakout. But by the time I did this was after the class, the trading class, mentorship class, and I could not enter. But looking at this support, this OB where price broke it, clearly it was early morning today, and you can see a breakout, retest, and then continuation of a sell. So anyone who was in the market by around what time, around midnight, let's see, 1 2 3, around 3 a.m. in the morning, that's when this entry started. That's when this very move started to drop all the way down. So enough of all this. We made money here yesterday, and congrats to anyone, because we made an entry during the analysis. So that TP has been hit. This TP here, according to the analysis I had made after the class. So now we don't need all this. Let's now switch to H4. We look at what we have. So delete that. All right, so we have a breakout on that support. We have a breakout on the support, and we are actually still continuing to sell like I had told you. Remember yesterday I told you we are likely to continue selling because of what we were seeing in the market. So all this that we had put previously, it can actually go. Now this is not respected, we can take it out. This is a break of structure right here. That's a break of structure right there. That's a break of structure according to H4. Now I mean according to daily time frame. So according to H4, of course price has been oversold for quite some time, and even now it is oversold. It's almost reaching our target. According to H4, we haven't seen any pullback candle, and this is likely to close as a doji candle, as you can see. But know that a doji candle represents continuation of the previous move. So at the beginning of the next candle, according to the structure of this current market, we are going to be continuing with sells. So if I go to M15, all I'm going to do is I will wait for this candle for this H4 to close, and I know after that we are going to the next H4 is gonna be a sell candle. It's gonna be a sell candle. So for now, no business. Let me wait for the H4 candle to close. Boom 500. Boom 500. We made that kind of money, but it was it did not hit our target, but it came all the way there, so it was not that much. Then after that it pulled back. Those who had held their stop losses waiting for the TP to reach there, they were taken out first. After that, if you held up your entries here, because we were looking for buys to reach there yesterday, those who were with us here on the analysis, so if you held up your entries, your buy entries, to wait for that, it took you out. After taking you out, then it continued with the buy. But now yesterday's analysis is clearly now visible, as you can see that price has reached has hit the TP there. That was our TP, and after hitting that TP, we clearly see that price, we clearly see now that price is looking at dropping. After hitting that TP that we were looking at yesterday, is looking at dropping, So what are we going to do right here? What are we going to do now that we see this? All right, so that was the first time it hit that's OB, making it a resistance, Actually, this was the first time, then reached in at least 50% of that, and then tried to take it out, failed, and then now it is dropping. I believe we've started to sell. Remember, according to daily H4, we haven't gotten ready for the sells, and we wanted to sell immediately after price reaching there. So if I'm to enter now, I will enter and have my stop loss right here, which might be risky, but no, I think we are good. Here. So I'm gonna enter now, and I'll put my stop loss above here. It's gonna be a big, I have to look for a 1 to 2 at least with this entry. So I'm gonna enter and I'm put my stop loss there. That's where I'm gonna put my stop loss, and I'm gonna look for a 1 to 2. If I can get a 1 to 2, then the better. But with this kind of a trade, if you hit even a 1, since we have a big stop loss, you have to bring your stop loss into profits. You trail it, because clearly our 1 is exactly right there. So that is a point of interest. It has to find a way to break it. So if it fails to break it now, it will pull back again. But I'm going to look at a 1 to 2. Let me look at a 1 to 3. Does it reach that level? Goes below it a bit. Yeah, we'll go with a 1 to 2. My TP is gonna be on a 1 to 2 right there. That is what I would take home. Alright, so I think that's enough. That is enough there. We will be waiting for this TP. We will be waiting for that TP for now. So we are selling it all the way down below to that level. Our stop loss is big, but if it can break this level right here, then we will have an opportunity to take it all the way down for the second TP. Yeah, of course your first TP is here, so that is your first TP right here. Alright, so that's it on Boom 500. Let's now get into Volatility 25 1S. Vol 25 1S, we needed a breakout, then a pullback yesterday, and it happened. We had a breakout there, we couldn't enter, reacted there, but it was not enough for me. Then today morning it pulled back. That was supposed to be a perfect entry. In fact, after seeing this, I would have entered on this candle below my 10 MA and my stop loss would have been up there. So anyone who was in the markets around 3 AM in the morning, this was your entry. Why? Because we were looking for the sell after the pullback. This was the move yesterday. Breakout, retest, then entry. Looking at it that way. So right now we have there's some resistance I'm seeing right here, right there. So I'm gonna hold it like that. That is a resistance right there. So it's a trend line resistance. Let me just have it there and see if it is going to be of any importance to us, of any. Yeah, I think it is going to be, because looking at what I'm seeing, price is likely to react again back here, back there. According to M15 is not ready to sell, so I'm looking at price reacting all the way back there according to M15, and then probably from there we drop to break this resistance, support level trend line, to take us all the way to the TP. So for now I'm gonna hold, because I'm going to wait for the buys to come through on M5 and M15 probably to give me this move. So no business here right now, no business. 3 minutes to close this, 3 minutes remaining to close this H4 candle, this current H4 candle. But like I've told you, we are going to get into buys after this, looking at what I'm seeing on M5 and of course even on M1. Yeah, so I will enter when M5 goes above my 10 MA. That's when I will enter the buy to take me up there. So let's give it some time. Right, so enough of that. Let's now get into V75. Oh, sorry, we've not looked at H4. H4, remember, we are still looking for sales. This H4 is going to close. We are heavily looking for sales, but it might. The previous candle has been a perfect sell. Are we going to see this pullback? Really, we may not. So if we don't see a pullback there, know this one thing: if we don't see a pullback all the way up there, then we will be getting in after the breakout. We will wait for at least a pullback. I will not enter immediately because it will be a risky trade. So I will be after the breakout. If it decides to break out here on the next H4, then I will wait for the pullback to enter. So for now, no business. I'm not going to enter anything. This is a support trend line, and sort of a strong one, because this here price managed to bounce from it to go all the way back up. Now we want it to bounce off it again to go at least to the M15 level there, and then later give us an entry to break the resistance, I mean the support right here. So looking at H4, yeah, yes, we need sales, but not clear enough for us to make the entry according to M15. V75. Please, today is the 22nd of January. If you want to join the Feb intake for the Forex trading class, then you rather start to register. We'll go for the Feb class. If you want to learn all the things that I know in trading, the strategies that I use, the chart patterns, every chart pattern is a strategy on its own. If you are looking at something to give you consistency in making money, and you look at one chart pattern to make that, every chart pattern is a strategy on its own. All right, V75. So yesterday we saw it breaking. We saw actually the other day it broke the support, the weekly support, and then tested it a bit, then dropped. Now yesterday it had given this level. We were looking at a pullback after the breakout, but it did not give us a pullback. What it did, actually, it failed to break. It broke that, but it was still consolidating, so I was hesitant to enter. And then later, look at what happened. Look at what happened. It dropped. You see, this was a bit of manipulation right here. If you were trading on M15, you would have actually made an entry right here when price reacted here, but it was immediately the market immediately shifted after reaching there. It shifted, it couldn't continue with buys, it shifted and dropped down. So this was a manipulation kind of buy move right here. So all this is no longer necessary. You don't need it. You don't need it. This pullback move that we wanted is still on, but not now. It will come through, but not now. So let's go to H4. So looking at H4, so looking at H4, daily time frame, that was a break of structure there clearly, as you can see. Now weekly, it is dropping. It gave us a break of structure. So this week we are seeing a break of structure on the weekly time frame. That is what we see. So we have a break of structure on the weekly time frame, and having seen this, if I go to H4, if I go to daily time frame, this is what is happening. A new day started, of course today started, so it's likely to close as a buy candle, but yesterday it was a perfect sell candle, as you can see. Very volatile. H4, M15 is looking for sales, so according to the signal from CCI, but we can still understand it by having points of interest right there. That is a resistance right here on M15, and we sort of have a support down below here. I want to use this, but it is a bit crazy. Yeah, that is a support right there. That is our support. This is just fake breakout there, and now it is playing games within here. So if it breaks this level on M15, it means we are continuing with a sell. But if it breaks this level right here, then it means we will see a pullback at least to this confluence area, to such a confluence area above there. So for now, no business with this asset. Let's rush to jump 50. The market today is a bit slow, so hang in there. Don't rush into making any weird entries before you have a confirmation. Jump 50. What we needed did not happen. It actually went all the way back down here, so no business here. That was yesterday. It did not follow, did not respect the analysis. I'll go to H1 and delete that support on H1. It was never respected. Now it came down here. According to H4, there's a lot of rejection. The problem I'm having with this asset, you see, we got a signal to buy from here. According to H4, this is when we got the signal to enter buys right here. This was, I believe, last month. No, this month around 10th. Yeah, around 11th. That's when we got this signal to actually start buying. Now the buy, we missed this entry right here. I don't remember when was this. Was it a Sunday? 14th. I think they had already taken out internet. Yeah, they had taken out internet. This is where the entry was for those who are in Uganda. So we couldn't do anything. We couldn't enter. This is where we missed the entry. Perfect entry for the buys. But then it reached there, found a resistance up there, and then dropped. It dropped, but it has been having this rejection. It has been having the rejections, as you can see them right there, for so long, showing that price anytime should be breaking and getting us back into buys, but we haven't seen the buys yet. So right now I want to delete all that I have there. I want to go to daily time frame, see what I see. All right, so we have the daily. First we have the daily OB. That is the daily OB. If I zoom out, you'll be able to see that. making it a support, and price is sort of reacting to that. Then secondly, we have the weekly OB right there. So it has so far touched the weekly and the daily OB right onto this level. So how about H4? H4, that is the OB there. That is the OB there, making it a support right here. I've just deleted it, but this is the OB coming there. So apparently all things are showing us to actually anticipate buys as we speak. Everything is pushing us to look for buys. So whatever we're doing here, we need to be looking for the buys. Okay, so what am I going to do right here? If I go to M15, I see the buys are on, but H4 is the reason why we have not yet started buying, because it is not yet decisive. So what I will do, I will just leave this asset until H4 is ready for buys, because it is below our 10 MA. It is not yet even above our 10 MA, and it has been playing around that moving average. When it breaks the moving average, immediately it drops down again below it. Breaks it, immediately breaks down below it. And that's what we are seeing. It's been a pattern for quite some time. So right now, I'm not going to be focusing on this asset. I'm just going to leave it. I'm just going to leave it until it is ready for the buys. Until it is ready for the buys. Let me have this OB on H4 so that we also have it. So I'm not going to trade this asset. I'm not going to focus on it even. All right, J25. So J25, yesterday the buy that I was looking at, it actually failed to come through. This was a falling wedge. This was a falling wedge. We were looking at continuation of the previous move, but unfortunately we were in actually an entry. We were in an entry yesterday for J25, and of course it was here. We were looking at taking our TP there. It first went into profits, then out of nowhere jumped to go below that, and that is when it took me out. But I think I had broken even, because this was enough profits right there. This very candle, that very buy candle there, I think I had broken even. But with jump, even if it breaks, even if you break even and jumps, it will take you, unless if you are in some profits. But it can easily, you can easily find yourself having some losses even if you put the stop loss into profits. That's how jump and boom 1000 are. So it jumped and went all the way down. So this here was never respected. It was just a fake, but it became a reversal falling wedge. So I was looking for a continuation, yet I had missed that this here was a resistance, and that was a fake breakout there. This was a resistance right there. So price reacted to that, and it could not give us the the continuation that we needed. It failed to give us the continuation that we needed, hence breaking and continuing with a down and getting us a reversal. Because we were buying here, that was a reversal signal that I failed to see in time, because that was a resistance and it was giving us a falling wedge, making it to be a potential reversal signal. So we didn't see that. I wasn't able to see that, so I made small loss. It was a small loss because it took me out when I had broken even. So right now we wanted to sell from there. That would have been the signal right there to sell according to our previous analysis. And now we have price at this daily support. It's actually H4 support level. We have a fake breakout, but we are oversold, sorry. Now just like jump 50, I think I'm gonna forego this too, according to what I'm seeing. All right, so if I go to H4, this becomes a breakout structure right there. But right now, when it went up, it failed to break structure. So it is now, that is why we are seeing it oversold. So meaning there's nothing we can do here but to wait for buys according to M15 and H4. Looking at M15, I see that that becomes a change of character on M15 and price breaks it. But right here there's gonna be a level that I might wait for. Let me use this right here. So there's gonna be that level the price might react to according to M15, and then probably it drops again according to H4 to give us a better entry when price gets above our 10 MA. So right now the buy seems to be on according to M15. The buy is on according to M15 and H4. A new candle started already, so I'm not going to trade this asset today. I'm just going to leave it to play around and do what it does until tomorrow. Probably tomorrow we can have a better entry, a better structure that we can work with. So that's it on jump 25. J10. All right, J10. J10, we did not make any entry because of the way it is playing. This is a fake breakout on H4. Yeah, that is a fake breakout there, so we know that it's gonna go all the way up there according to what we know, according to that structure. So the buy is on. So if you want to enter, probably you can enter according to H4 right now. If you're going to enter, you may enter according to H4 and put your stop loss below this moving average, and you aim your target to that level. So if I go to M15, if I go to M15, I have this level right here, which is clearly a resistance level on M15. So I may be skeptical to make my entry now according to what I was talking about on H4, entering buys now. So that may hold me back to make the entry but I will leave it. So I will just give it more time, probably around 3 there. We may be able to make the entry to continue with buys, or when price breaks that resistance. But apparently right now, no business. Because of this resistance here, I cannot afford to make the entry now because of this resistance on M15. So lastly is gold. We are going to look at buys, of course, continuing according to J10, but having seen what I've seen on M15, I'm hesitant to make the entry, so I will wait a little bit more. I will wait to make that decision now. I will wait to make that decision now. So no business here till I get a better entry. I think on M5, still M5 gets ready for the buys. Yeah, so until M5 is ready for the buys, I won't be entering any buys to take me all the way up according to H4, just like we need right there. So no business here. Gold, let's wrap it up with gold and we call it a day. The market is slow, guys, so I may not trade the whole day. I may not do any entries. I think we made an entry on boom 500. Was it boom 500? There's an entry we made, but the rest are very slow. I may not be in charts that much today. So gold happened. And wow, because I was already in other assets, I could not enter this gold. Gold happened, breakout and resist a pullback there. Wow, hitting the target. So this was gold yesterday, and I was unable to enter it, but our analysis was on point because we wanted a breakout here, of course a pullback, then we enter. And that's what happened. Breakout, pulled back a little bit more inside, and then gave us the sell, hit the target perfectly. So according to H4, this was a target. According to day H1, actually this was the target right there on that OB there. Hit the target and then started to go back again. So this was yesterday's analysis, so we can remove that. And now this was a change of character, so price is trying to react to that. According to H1, H4 is looking for buys, probably back to this OB, probably back to this very OB right there. So having seen that, I can go to M15 and wait for price to reach that OB, or wait for it to be ready for sales. So where is the OB of M15 within the H4 OB? That would be, let me look for actually the H1. This will be the one here, but it was mitigated. This will be the one. So let me look for M15. The M15 one will be that one up there. So price is likely to come all the way to that. So I'm looking at price coming all the way to that OB, and hopefully we get this entry again from there. So right now, yeah, that is what I see. But it may first drop to look for this fair value gap according to M15. It may first drop like that. So right now I see only that. That is what I see. That is what I see. drop down here, and then buys continue later, and then drop probably in the New York session or tomorrow, whatever. But it's likely to first grab that. It might even give us a fake breakout, but remember the general trend is still an uptrend. So whatever we do, we have to remember that this can easily be a pullback. After giving us a higher high there, it can just easily be a pullback to later continue if it gives you a break out there. So know that the general trend is still an uptrend. Don't force the sells. In fact, it's better for you to look for a buy like this, a buy entry like this, and then wait for a very clear confirmation if you're going to enter sales, like yesterday, how we were waiting for that clear sell yesterday. I'm just furious that I wasn't able to enter it, but it's all part of the game. So I missed that entry for gold, this very move right here to hit the target. All right, so that's it. All right, so it's all good. I see Julius has just come on. I hope all is well. All right, so now we do our recap and we call it a day. We'll leave this at 10:15, then we do our recap. Please remember to subscribe, remember to like, give us that like, that thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the bell button if you subscribed. All right, so we have a breakout there according to Crash 500. We have a breakout there according to Crash 500. That is the breakout there. So it means we are continuing with buys. This H4, I can decide to make my entry now, or I can wait for the pullback, a retest right here, because it has broken structure. So I can wait for the pullback, because this H4 has just started. I'm likely to get that pullback, so I think I'm gonna wait for the pullback, then I can enter a perfect buy entry to take me all the way up. Yeah, so this, we're likely to enter it today. We are likely to make some money on Crash 500. Boom 1000. All right, I see the breakout on that resistance. So this is M15. It has just spiked after talking about it. Look at that. So it's the resistance is still holding, so no business here, it has just spiked. That's how it can easily fake you. So I'm anticipating that it's likely to consolidate, giving us like a flag, and then later it will drop, continuing with sales. So for now, let's hold on and see what will come through. Boom 500, our sale is perfectly going on, so we are in big money according to Boom 500. If you want right now, you can break even, because this is some good money there. So the stop loss was big, but you can break even right now. You can break even. I told you can take your profits when it reaches at least 1. That is some good money there. It will be like almost an hour of trading this, selling this asset, so that is some good money there. So I've broken even. My TP is here at 1 to 2, so we wait and see if we will be able to make it. Remember, there is this level here, so it might play games around there. but if it breaks it, then you be sure that it will hit our target. So that's why our first TP is around that area. So if it reaches this level, you are in clear to close your profits. That will be our TP1. All right, so that is our trade. That is the only asset we've actually managed to make an entry on. This one here was hesitant to make the entry. This is V25S. All I need, oh yes, I was going to, it was reaching this level, so it has now started to move perfectly, but it's gonna do a pullback, and that's where my entry is going to be. That's where my entry, perfect sniper entry, is going to be for the buy. So I'm gonna be trading it within this range. That's likely to be my entry right in there. If it drops down, if it fails, then no business. But yeah, we know it's going there, so we analyzed it to go there, and then later get enough momentum to break and continue selling. So for now, my focus is likely going to be crush 500. If it makes a pullback, then boom 500, we're already in that sell. V25S, if it makes a pullback, then I will have a proper entry. I'll have a clean entry down below there. And then V275, not really. V75 is still playing games within here, so no business with it at all. Jump 50, not really, unless I have a clear structure to trade it, but it has not been quite something for us to actually trade in some time. Over some time, it's been a while since we last traded jump 50, so it's crazy. The way it is now jumping, we might get an entry probably when price breaks this M15 resistance. But looking at H4, it's still below a 10 EMA, which is a bad thing for any entry, any buy entries. That's why I'm saying it's crazy for me to think about trading it. Jump 25 on the other hand, we saw a break of structure, but it is failed to give us a new lower low here, so it's likely to get in with buys, but it is still below our 10 MA. All we need is a kind of confirmation to drop down. If it decides to drop down now, then we can easily get a clean entry. We can easily get a clean entry right from probably that bullish OB. But if it fails, then we wait for the breakout here for the entry. So no business with V jump 25. Jump 10, same thing. I cannot enter unless it does a pullback there, unless M5 actually gets ready for the buys. So all I need is M5 to be ready for the buys. If it does not get ready for the buys, I'm not in this market. But if it breaks out here, then I think I can anticipate a buy move. But for now, I want to wait for M5 to be ready for the buys, which is likely to first break out there, then we can enter. So no business here, no business with jump 10. And then lastly is gold. I wanted to reach here in this fair value gap, grab that liquidity, then I get in with my buy entries. This is also likely to be my focus right now. Gold. So my focus today is gonna be gold, and crash 500 hopefully. Yeah, it has retested, so let's wait and see. and then boom 500, of which we are already in profits right there. We already matching in big profits with boom 500. Then hopefully V25S, it can also do what we need, and we can enter that move according to M5. That's it, guys. Hope you had a great time with me. Let me wish you guys a good day. Remember to register for VIP signals for Feb. You can register for the Feb signals, but also you can join the class if you want to study everything that I know in trading, everything that I use in trading when I'm analyzing. Otherwise, have a wonderful day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Bye bye.